with a joystick as his guide, diving deep, nowhere to hide. Driving that truck down the lane, street lights flicker, a haunting flame. Community's cheering out his name. In this race, there's no one to blame. Set that kitchen on wildfire, turn up the heat, fuel the desire. Smoke fills the room, it climbs higher. In the game of life, he's the flyer. Set that kitchen on wildfire, turn up the heat, fuel the desire. Smoke fills the room, it climbs higher. In the game of life, he's the flyer. He's the flyer. Chasing shadows in the light, every challenge feels just right. Game's not over till it's bright. Loke's in it for this fight. Neighbors knocking, hear the blast. Another adventure in the past. Laughing harder, the night's vast. In this moment, he'll make it last. Set that kitchen on wildfire, turn up the heat, fuel the desire. Smoke fills the room, it climbs higher. In the game of life, he's the flyer. He's the flyer.
Where is it going?
Tower, Korean Air 5 with you, runway 1 left.
Delta 2558, runway 1 left, cleared to land.
LaGuardia ground, Brigade 4553 with information India, requesting push and start.
That's this plane over here that just requested push back. This plane's backing up without the tug. Without the tug. That's one way of doing it. Oh wow, I am like blocking both sides. Okay. Those towns, when you see the that didn't happen. That didn't happen. That didn't happen, Cordair. That did not happen, Cordair. What is that guy doing?
What? You guys seeing this part right here?
Do I have a customer on fire? I have a customer on fire.
Oh my gosh.
Holy heck, if my air strafing skills were not on par, I would be dead right now. I think I'm gonna just sit right here. Oh, Goodbye, Locke.
Stop! I think I overshot it. Oh shoot, now there's two of them. Oh, they can! They can! Oh my gosh, they can climb! No! Get away from me! I'm a horrible shot, I know. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see, we got first. Jacob thinks they are first to cause trouble today. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Heading off. Not a lot of people in this area. Everybody's probably finished with their Easter deliveries. I finished with mine. I just like logged out right here. And then log back in right here 2 weeks later. Let's get this going and we'll head down. We're heading down to Zurich. Hello, Jacob. I know you're causing a lot of trouble. Your coworker's going, oh my gosh. Jacob, why did you do this? It's gonna take us hours to fix, Jacob. It's gonna take us weeks to fix, Jacob. Jacob's probably going, yeah, I know. Job security. Sorry, my brain is screwed up right now. That sounds like every day, Jacob, with you. We are in Germany. We're headed to Switzerland. We'll do that. Yeah, so we're headed down Magdeburg. You hit the console button and like you lose control of everything. Blip 547. That will probably happen. Knowing me. I mean, you made a fire truck go to sleep, and I did too, so why not? Although I think the way mine went to sleep was spectacular. Convoy win? I don't know. There was supposed to be a convoy 3 weeks ago? No, 2 weeks ago. Australia and Bike were working on planning it out. And then it never happened. We do have to do convoy one day. I'm on the Truckers NP server right now. Fill it up with gas. Ah, damn it. I didn't change this button. Yeah, they just get somebody else wants to beat them up. Go over here. Options. Control. Oh, keys and buttons? Yeah, keys and buttons. And now it's hold. I will stop dropping it on accident. I have to hold it. How you doing, Canuck? What troubles have you been causing? I'm playing with the Xbox controller. Everybody tells me I need to get a steering wheel and stuff. It's like, hold on, I have no place to put it when I'm not using it. So Xbox controller. And I use the Xbox controller for a lot of other games like Farm Sim, Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, I have a glass top desk, so I really can't keep it on it. Really can't clamp anything down to it either because it's glass top desk. Okay. We should do a safer and shift together. The problem is that when I'm able to log in, a lot of times when I'm able to log in, you have what, 30 minutes to an hour left because I just finished eating dinner. Or in the case of, well, actually Saturday, yeah, I went to go pick up somebody from the airport and take them home, and we ate dinner on the way home before I got on, before I was able to get on, so. It's scheduling, like I would like to do stuff with people, it's just scheduling that's difficult. It's like, because of time zones and work, I like to try to keep things consistent. I've never been diagnosed with OCD, but my therapist says that he thinks I have OCD because how I like to keep things consistent, keep things on schedule. But it's also good for the dogs that things are pretty much on schedule too. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna need to eat either earlier or later or to do stuff with people, with some people. You hate working overnight? When I worked overnight, I worked, well, the Alpson shift is like, it was a weird thing when I worked overnight. But the last job that I worked overnight, I was scheduled 9 a.m. to 6 a.m. 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. And I would get to work about 7 and use the gym before I go to work. Right, work out, shower, eat, then work. I'd be at the office for like 11 hours. Free gym, why not? You have ADHD and OCD. I don't have ADHD. I've never been diagnosed with, like, officially diagnosed with OCD, but my therapist thinks he's like, yeah, you have OCD. But I've never done anything official to get diagnosed with it. I don't think I would fall under the autism spectrum. I was born partially deaf, so one of the things that, like, I wear hearing aids. I also have a speech impediment. So growing up, I was bullied for having to wear hearing aids. I was bullied for struggling to say certain words. So it's like, yeah, I have a hard time trusting people. That's why. You've never been diagnosed with OCD either, but I think it's obvious. Yeah. I like things in a certain place. I do get angry when people come in and move things around, and it's like, I mean, you heard me talk, so you know I struggle with, yeah. It's people that are partially deaf or even deaf, they struggle pronouncing words correctly. And then with me, with the pork tongue and speech impediment, it makes it even more difficult to pronounce certain words. You're always at work 30 minutes early. I can't stand being late. Well, if you're not early, you're late. But having access to a gym at work was always like a great thing, and I loved it. A lot of people, like when I went to work and worked out in the gym, I had the gym all to myself. Nobody was there at the time. And then when I'd walk by the gym at like 4 a.m., there'd be like 12 people in there. The people that start work at 6 a.m. would be in there working out. In fact, my boss would sometimes send me a text message that said, come to the gym so we can talk for a few minutes. And okay. Walk into the gym. He's like on the treadmill, and we talk about whatever needs to be talked about. And then it's like, okay, talk to you later. Bye. When that one guy decided to try to sabotage the entire network before he was fired. Had everything back up and running. Let's see, everything went offline at like midnight, and I had everything back up and running about 1:30. I just sent an email saying what happened and what I did, and then didn't think that I should call anybody. Oh gosh. 4 o'clock, my boss comes into my office and like, why didn't you call? I'm like, I didn't think it was like, it wasn't major. It's like, well, we're gonna have to investigate why it went down. Like, I know why it went down. Why? Because the guy that you fired changed what time all the backups happen, and he scheduled all the backups to do work go off at 11:55 p.m. So the virtual machine will start doing a backup of itself, and then other machines will do a backup of the virtual machines, and that caused everything to freeze up, so I have to shut down every single server and then slowly restart them all and bring everything up. I only called the people that it's going to impact right now. You know, call the help desk. You're not going to have access to the server for about an hour. You're like, okay, that makes sense. It seemed like major. I knew what was happening. And like, well, I'm glad that we had somebody here that could take care of it. I go, yeah. The bad part was the part that sucked was I had to rerun all the processes that were supposed to happen during that time, and that took a long time to do. Did you even go to lunch? I ate at my desk while making sure all the processes worked. And then there was another guy that got fired, and he did something different to screw up to try to screw up the company. He went into the files for the processes that run and added a space on like 13 different processes, so that when the program reads it and there's a space, it just stops. It automatically stops. It doesn't do everything else that's supposed to do. There's a dot on there, but I guess he's down below. Yeah, he's down below. So I was, let's see, I had like, let's see, I had Monday and Tuesday off for a procedure that I was having done. And so the guy that worked, so the guy was fired on Friday, and he knew he was going to be fired, so he did everything before he lost access to everything. And then the guy that worked graveyard at Friday night, he reported it, that there was a problem, but he didn't know how to fix it. And then by Monday, because it was like the holiday week, I think Christmas was like on a Thursday that year. It was the Christmas week, and everybody's like, yeah, you know, it's not a huge problem. We'll deal with it when everybody's back in the office after New Year's. I come back to work after having the weekend and 2 extra days off. I'm going through everything, looking at everything, all the emails, and then I'm looking at all the processes. And the guy only reported 2 processes, because it would show up as failed when it was supposed to show up as either passed or completed. But what he didn't notice was that there was other processes that would show up as completed, and it's supposed to kick off other things, but those other things weren't kicking off. And he didn't realize that wasn't happening. He was just looking at the main process, making sure that worked. And when I'm looking at it going, wait, this is supposed to kick off. Why did that not get caught? That's supposed to get caught. We gotta make the problem here. And I went through the files and found that they were all edited the Friday before at 9:50 a.m. all by the same person. I'm taking screenshots of this and I'm writing an email to several people about this when I get a phone call. Apparently one of the processes that wasn't going on was causing issues for several of the stores that was supposed to be having a special. So I get a phone call from one of the other department heads, like 2 o'clock in the morning. He's asking me what's going on. Is this related to what's going on with the email? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to send an email out. He's like, copy me on this. I'm like, okay. So I add him to make sure that he's added, finish the email, send it out. 5 minutes later, he calls back and goes, wake up, Chris. Wake him up now. Okay. Call Chris up. Hey, Tom wants you to read the email that I just sent. Okay. I'll call you back. Called me back, goes, oh yeah, that would be a big problem. Let's go ahead and fix it now. Copy all those files into a folder and then fix the ones that we need to fix. Okay. And one of the processes that nobody really, one of the processes that the guy was saying that was spelling would have caused major headache if we didn't fix it before the first of the year, because tax codes were changing, and that process was changing all the tax codes at all of the units. And if they waited until Monday after New Year's to fix it, then they would have, 5 days of either not paying the correct tax, not paying the correct taxes on products. Yeah. See, it's like I've never tried to sabotage. You look, people are. There are people that like, well, if you're going to fire me, that's going to be bad for you because I'm going to do something that will screw everything up. And then there's other people that are like, well, if you fire me, then something's going to happen and you're not going to be able to fix it. All right, well, that is better than if you fire me, I'm going to screw something up. Intentionally. Like, 2 people intentionally mess with the stuff. And both of them, because we had logs of them doing this, logging in, changing things, and it's all logged. All your activity was recorded. It made it so much easier for them to be charged with crimes. The guy that changed all the code lines, because of what he did, the only job that he could find after that was bagging groceries at a grocery store. Like nobody else would hire him. Like, you spent all that money on your education, spent all that time getting knowledge in this field, and then you do something vindictive in retaliation and screwed up your career. You kinda deserved it. Oh, Canuck, when you work graveyard, what type of work do you do? But Jacob over here on Twitch, he does IT work, but he doesn't work. I don't think he works graveyard. No, he doesn't work graveyard. I do software development. We don't do shifts. You don't do shifts? Really? You just show up when you show up? You leave when you leave? Almost. I'll get there whenever I get there. We have normal office hours. Well, yeah, but do you guys have people that monitor the servers when everybody else is asleep? For emergency situations? You know, what if the server goes offline in the middle of the night? Do you have somebody there to monitor it, to respond, or not in this company? We produce equipment, not service. Oh, okay. Type of work is grocery clerk. Oh, stock shelves. Oh, yeah. That, you know, that there's nothing wrong with that. I did that for a while. Although one of the things I hated, I hated my schedule. So after I turned 18, it started after I turned 18 that they messed with my schedule. Every single Friday night, I'd work 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. stocking shelves. And then Saturday night, it depends. Like for the first 4 hours of my shift, I'd be night stock, and then the next 4 hours, I'd be something else. So if they needed me to be a cashier at 5 a.m. when the store opens, then I'd come in and work 12 midnight to 4 a.m., take an hour lunch, and then come back, work 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. as a cashier. If they needed me to work dairy box, then it would be 11 p.m. to 3 a.m., take an hour lunch, and then 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. stocking dairy box. General merchandise, I'd work 10 p.m. Was it 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. No, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. night stock. Go take a lunch, come back at 3, and work in general merchandise, breaking down the load. So my Saturday shift was always different. It was never the same. The Friday night Saturday shift was always the same. What do I want to do? That's a pretty long trip. Go here. No. Wouldn't mind doing 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. Go to UK? Alright. And then they would give me like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'd work 2 or 3 of those days, but it would be like 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. or 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. after I get out of school, or like when I was in high school or in college. Around that way. And even then, like, nothing was set. Like, they might schedule me one Monday to work 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. as a cashier. The following Monday, it might be I'd be working 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. as a bagger. And that's one thing I hated. I was never in the same department. And because I was never in the same department, my pay was, I could not tell you what my pay was. Well, okay. Well, as a bagger, I was making $8 an hour. As a checker, I was making $10 an hour. Yeah, you know, it's like my paycheck was not always the same. You get paid weekly, every Friday, so my paycheck was different because of the positions I worked the previous week. And that's one of the things I hated. Like, there's somebody over there. Ah! Couldn't hit that sign? Nope, I didn't. And when I left that store and worked at Costco, I was in the same department pretty much the entire time, and so I knew what I was getting paid the entire time. There, it was every 2 weeks that I was getting paid. And then I left there to work at a school district, and then it was like, well, I work in the IT department, so I'm not going to switch departments at all. And it was once a month you were getting paid there. Pay's okay, keeps me happy. Okay. Yeah. And it's like sometimes, like I'll go in. Like I went to the store that I used to work at. It's pretty far away from me, but every now and then I'll drive all the way out there. Because there's like 12 people that still work there. Now, I left the Albertsons in May of 2003. And there's 12 people that still work there that worked with me back then. In fact, the Albertsons next to me, one of the people I worked with at the other store works there now. Echo. There is somebody behind me. Whoops, wrong button. Nope. Nope, that's not what I want to do. So we'll just go like this, and then I have to remember right there. Okay. Move. Come on, go. I'm like struggling to move there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So tomorrow I won't be streaming. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. So I won't be streaming. It's not gonna be fun. feel like I'm way too close to it. Oh, we're coming up on more people too. Oh, oh. I think he hit that guardrail. Why is it that you wanted me to go to UK so that you can see me drive on the wrong side of the road? Roger, how you doing? What troubles have you been causing? Yep, you want to see me drive on the wrong side of the road? Okay. You're doing good? I'm doing okay. Doing okay. It's the same guy. Ah, shoot. Toll roads, damn it. I always have to slow me down. Text to speak, so if the message is messed up, that's why. Okay. So you're using your normal way of speaking, okay. That's it, that's it. I mean, speak to text, whatever it's called. It's called something. Uh-oh, something did. To text speech? To text speech. Yeah, no. Text speech to? Text speech. Okay. Speech text to. Speech text to. That's a way to confuse people. Speak text. Speech text to. Someone's going to come in and listen to that go. Is this guy having a stroke or something? I shouldn't have smoked that extra bong hit before I left. I'm on my way to Cali. Yeah, you shouldn't have been smoking before you got back behind the wheel. That's driving while intoxicated. You're moving back? You're thinking of moving back. Why? I thought you loved Oregon. Oregon is nice, but I miss Cali. You miss Cali over Texas? I mean, when I lived in North Carolina, it was nice. I just missed being around family, which was California. And then I moved back to California, and my brother moves, and both my sisters are planning on moving, so I'm like, great. Got locked there with that tongue twister. Yes, you did. You did indeed, Canuck. I would choose India over Texas. India, the country, or Indiana, the state? Any country besides Texas. Wait, I'm in Luxembourg? Hey, I'm driving through Luxembourg. I didn't think I was going to do that. Only thing Texas had going was $2.20 gas. Now it's $4 state is worthless now. Come to Okanagan Valley. It's beautiful. Oh, Cow-Noggin is how you say it. Cow-Noggin? Cow-Noggin. Okanagan Valley is how you say it. Okay. Is that near Yellowknife? I remember when I went in January, it was $2.30. Yeah, and then somebody decided to do something stupid. Okay, well, I say it's stupid, but a lot of people say it was smart. And now gas prices went up, so... We're not going to go into politics, okay? Cow like a crow. Cow like a crow. Cow like a crow. Just to drive one way to LA from Ben is $400 in that car. You're gonna send a voice message to my DMs? Oh, great. Not far from Yellowknife. Okanagan borders Washington State with Oklahoma. I thought Yellowknife was a lot further north than Washington State. So Canuck. I'm born and raised in Southern California. After I got my bachelor's degree, I'm sending out applications to places. And one of the places that I interviewed at was in Yellowknife. So my flight went from LAX to Calgary. And then I had to get onto this small prop plane from Calgary to Yellowknife. It was like a 12-person plane. I saw a roll over there. Yeah, maybe it was a little bit bigger than that. Get there, interview, and basically it was you work for 6 months and you have 6 months off type of job. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm making it harder for you to explain? Yes! I'm confusing Canuck now. Okinawa borders Omak, and Yellowknife is in NWT, which borders BC in the north. Okay, BC is British Columbia. NWT is Northwestern Territory. Only place in Canada was Vancouver and Toronto that you've been to. It was nice but cold. You've never been anywhere else in Canada besides Vancouver, which is on the west coast, and Toronto, which is close to the east coast. Been to Vancouver, been to Calgary, been to Edmonton, been to Toronto, been to Montreal. Actually, when I went to Montreal, the Expos were still playing in Montreal, and that's why we were there. Actually, I think I'm saying that city incorrectly, but I'm sorry. Go Jays, go! We went to go watch baseball at all the stadiums that we could one summer. Unfortunately, the current, actually, yeah, the only stadium that I still have yet to see a game played in is Fenway Park. I've still yet to see a game played at Fenway Park. You want to go to Fenway? Jeez. Cut me off, why don't you? So
I am your father.
Nuh-uh.
The fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
Nuh-uh.
So the only time that I had, like, we were able to get tickets to Fenway, and we got there, and they postponed the game, and we couldn't make it to the makeup game. You want to see the Green Monster? Yeah. Like, we got there to watch the game, and they postponed it due to weather. and the makeup game was in September. I was like, yeah, we couldn't get. My family was like, yeah, we're not gonna fly back out there while all the kids are back in school. So it's the only current stadium that I've never saw a game in. That guy's like in a hurry. Like he cut me off and then cut the guy in front of me off. You want to go to Rogers Center or to Rogers Stadium? Is that Rogers Center? That is a nice stadium. I'll tell you that. It was a nice stadium. I've been there a couple times. My favorite place to vacation is Amsterdam. Really? Okay. Amazing views and food and other stuff. Yeah, they do have some amazing views. You met Rogers Center? Yeah, it's a nice place. It's a really nice stadium. When the Padres moved from what was the stadium that it was like San Diego Coliseum or something like that. I forget the name of what the stadium they played at. When they went to Petco Park, Petco Park was very nice. Guys. Go. Go, 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 go. Like, I'm trying to maintain my lane. I don't know if this guy in front of me is trying to maintain his lane because he's like all over the road. Sometimes call it Rogers Stadium. So I don't confuse Rogers Center with Rogers Center. Wait. Rogers Center with Rogers Center. Now you got me confused. How would you confuse Rogers Center with Rogers Center? There's something that I don't know. There's got to be something that I don't know. Too many Roger buildings in Canada. Ah, okay. So if I had gotten that job in Yellowknife, I'd be working from like, I think they said October to like March. And here I am in Southern California, sunny Southern California, like, ooh, really to take a job that I'd be in dead of winter in Yellowknife, Canada. Central in this game right here. Honking Central. What number am I? 1248. Lag simple too.
Вот она, блядь, дура, блядь. Тю-тю-тю,
А, вот.
блядь.
I can name quite a few Rogers Arena, Rogers Place, Roger Rink, Roger Center, Roger Stadium. Like, that's why it's too many. Yeah, you should stop naming people Roger. Kidding, I know. They're like sponsored by the same company, right? Nobody there yet, so I should be getting into no collision zone soon. There we go, no collision area, cool. Yep, GM Place should have stayed. GM Place, aka Rogers Arena, aka where the Canucks play. So you're a Canucks fan and a Blue Jays fan? Wait a second here. I want to check something. make sure I'm out of people's way here. So I might just go like this. Not too many people here to be bothered by that. Let's see. Well, Canucks are 24 and 48 this year. Really? 8th place? Wait, it says that they had 80 games played out. 24 plus 48 is not 80. Well, I am a Ducks fan, by the way, which is in 3rd place right now. 42 and 32. Golden Knights, is that Las Vegas? That's Las Vegas, isn't it? Yeah, that's Las Vegas. Let's see. Let's go to American League. Ooh, Blue Jays are 6 and 9 right now. Oh, I thought they'd be doing better than that. Well, they're at least above the Red Sox. They are at least above the Red Sox. And my Angels are 8 and 9 right now. Tied for 3rd place with the Mariners. Astros are in last place and they're 6 and 11. Yeah, you guys can stay at 6 and 11. You guys can stay down there. I'm sorry, I can't stand them anymore. At least they are better than Canucks. Well, they still have a whole season to play. Alright, it's time for me to drive on the wrong side of the road. I mean, aren't we getting into playoff time for the NHL right now? Oh, it's left side of the road. Oh, it's not. It's not the. It's the wrong side of the road, not the right side of the road. This hill after this light. I'll get over here. Why'd that guy stop right there? You're gonna go to sleep now? Alright, Canuck, have a nice evening. Too much of a dream. Don't dream of the purple kitty, otherwise you'll have nightmares. Sleep well. Talk to you later. Going up this hill is like, ah. Roger. So I was going to play Farm Sim today, but I had a huge update for it, and I was like, no, that's going to take too long to download. Get all downloaded later. miles left to go. Jeez. Where are you sending me, Canuck? Halfback, keep going. Fuel's at halfback, keep going. Okay. gas stations here. I thought there was one on the side here. Nice. I'm looking at the map. There's only look like one. Oh, still good on fuel. It's a small gas station too. 5x burn at this point. almost scuffed up that guardrail. Poor biker. Almost. Okay. Interesting crash. Gotta wake up everybody up. Oh wait, no, but there's no town there. Never mind. Well, I gotta get out to the highway here. dots up ahead. Don't be a signals. Probably make it all the way to Edinburgh. Maybe even further before I need to. Where am I going, by the way? All the way to Aberdeen. Yeah. Airport near you. Still good on fuel. Oncoming traffic. That's easy. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. He almost flipped there. Still good on fuel. unofficial convo going on with this guy. this right over here. Because I'm going to hit this button right here and right on out. Alright. Dismiss. I need to find people to raid on out too. I don't think anybody's streaming on YouTube right now. Redirect. Yeah, there's a couple people. No, I'm not going to. Just going to in-stream on YouTube. Twitch. We'll go back to this guy. Again, I will not be streaming tomorrow. I'll be at the doctor's appointment early in the morning, so I won't be streaming in the morning. You guys have a nice day. Cause as much trouble as you can, and see you next time. Hold on, I need. Ooh, I mean to do that. Do that, and then here we go. Ah,